Welcome to NewsNet with news and information for pastors and leaders in Washington Conference. I'm Heidi Baumgartner. You are welcome to chat with us during this webcast. The chat feature is available in the streaming interface. Any questions will be answered in the chat box or by email. We are devoting this episode of NewsNet to Washington Adventist Camp Meeting this June 20 to 29. This information will be applicable to you as pastors and will help you be prepared for camp meeting. We appreciate your help in promoting camp meeting to your members. Our speakers this year include Ty Gibson, Bob Moore, Gordon Pfeiffer, Kevin Wolfley, Elizabeth Talbot, and John Pauline. These speakers will be unpacking how we can be revived to serve God in our families, churches, and communities. Many of our guest speakers will present the worship session for pastors each weekday morning at 8:15 a.m. in the Academy Church. Pastors also have a CD allowance of 6 CDs from the Tape Shack. This allows our pastoral team to pick up messages by our camp meeting speakers and enjoy them throughout the year. Doug Bing joined us earlier to talk about Camp Pitch. Doug, what do we need to know about Camp Pitch?
Well, Heidi, thank you for inviting me here today, and I just want to tell you that Camp Pitch begins on Wednesday, June 19. All division and department staff are required to report. Your specific division or department at camp meeting may require you to be on campus a day or two earlier on Monday, June 17 or Tuesday, June 18. Please check with your division or department leader. Mileage will be paid for 1 trip to camp meeting and 1 trip home. The dorms will open on June 17 for staff who are coming early for Camp Pitch. Meals during Camp Pitch will be provided by the Garden of Eden, our new camp meeting eatery. All divisions and departments need to be ready by Thursday morning for an inspection by the fire marshal.
Doug, there's something else special happening just before camp meeting starts. Tell us about the camp meeting dedication time.
Well, pastors and families are invited on Thursday, June 20 at 10 a.m. to a time of worship and prayer in the Academy Church. This is a time when we gather to dedicate camp meeting to God and ask for His blessing. The worship time will transition into the pastor family luncheon in the cafeteria. All pastors, staff, and their families are invited to attend. Camp meeting officially begins on Thursday evening at 7:15 p.m. All conference and pastoral staff are requested to be in attendance for a special consecration night on this first night of camp meeting. Regular camp meeting duties will commence from June 21 through 29. Thank you for faithfully being involved in the ministry that you are assigned. Take time as you go about your duties to stop and pray with people you are interacting with at camp meeting.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Washington Conference financial leaders announced recently that gifts to the Evangelism Offering Fund surpassed the goal set last year at Washington Adventist Camp Meeting. Last June, the camp meeting audience gave or pledged $485,000 toward a goal of $500,000. Offering contributors have more than fulfilled their pledges. Our total evangelism gifts in an 11-month period are $506,314.41, or 104.3% of our goal. Our faith goal this year is once again $500,000. A form will be available at camp meeting for you to contribute to the evangelism offering. Join us in praying for God's blessings as we raise funds to support evangelism activities in Western Washington. Is someone in your church community ready for baptism? Would they like to be baptized at camp meeting? We will have the baptistry available at camp meeting each evening and on the weekends. If you are planning a baptism, please email or call Bill McClendon to arrange the details. Camp meeting is an important time for us to present ministry training opportunities for you and your members. Our day of ministry training at camp meeting this year has a wide variety of training topics. Your elders, deacons, deaconesses, stewardship directors, church communicators, prayer leaders, greeters, treasurers, and youth leaders will all find valuable training. The day of ministry training will be offered on Sunday, June 23. And we'll start with a free pancake breakfast before transitioning into the training sessions. The Adventist Book Center's auditorium sale in the afternoon and the evening meeting in the auditorium will wrap up the day of ministry training. We encourage you and your members to take advantage of these training opportunities. See the full list of training and workshop sessions at washingtonconference.org/campmeeting. Adventist Disaster Response is offering 4 extended training sessions on Sunday, June 23. These classes will give your members certification as a volunteer to be prepared for when a disaster happens. The class options are First Aid and CPR certification, Disaster Warehouse Volunteer certification, Forklift Operation certification, and Chainsaw certification. Please encourage your members to register at washingtonconference.org/disaster. Several outreach ministry meetings are planned at Camp Meeting that will feature ministry news, resources, and networking opportunities. Please have someone from your church attend these ministry meetings. A prison ministry lunch and meeting, plus a financial empowerment ministry meeting will be held the first Sabbath of Camp Meeting. The Disaster Response Summit and ACS Federation Biennial Meeting will be offered after the disaster training sessions on Sunday, June 23. The second Sabbath of Camp Meeting, 2 thrift store ministry meetings will be held for established ministries and for those curious about starting a thrift store ministry. The program guide lists meeting descriptions, times, and locations. Workshops are a favorite feature of Camp Meeting, and you have 3 sets of workshops to choose from on Monday to Friday, June 24 to 28 at 9:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 4 p.m. Workshops cover spiritual growth, family life, health and wellness topics, plus some fun classes like fun with guitar and writing with authors. Invite your members to attend the workshops at Camp Meeting. Mates in Ministry will be hosting a special meal for pastoral spouses on Sunday, June 23. Pastoral spouses are invited to meet at the Academy Church at 11:30 a.m. for a lunch outing to Tacoma. An update about future Mates in Ministry events and plans will be shared during this meal. Beyond age-appropriate meetings for children, teens, and youth, fun activities are also available from June 24 to 28. Pathfinders are offering 3 classes on bubbles, string art, and sand. Adventures are offering 2 awards for Bread of Life and Cooperation. The best part, you don't have to be part of a club to participate. Group games and activities are also available on the central lawn during the afternoon. If your members can't attend Camp Meeting in person, they can watch Rainier Auditorium programs online at washingtonconference.org/live. All Camp Meeting attendees, in person and online, are invited to share Camp Meeting memories, quotes, quips, and photos using the hashtags #WACampMeeting and/or #ReviveToServe on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or Instagram. At the conclusion of Camp Meeting, Camp Strike will begin Saturday night and continue on Sunday, June 30. Pastors and conference staff are invited to breakfast at 7:30 a.m. in the cafeteria. We will have a special edition of NewsNet Live with a quick report on Camp Meeting and any special announcements. Camp Strike will begin at 8:30 a.m. Assignments will be given as needed if you're not assigned to a particular division. You are done with Camp Strike when the camp superintendent inspects and signs off your department. Camp Strike concludes at noon and lunch will not be served. The conference office will be closed on Monday, July 1. Beyond Camp Meeting, we have a few other items to share. Washington Conference's tithe year-to-date in April is $5.3 million. We are 3.12% behind in our tithe compared to where we were last April. Our overall membership is 22,304 people. So far this year, 173 people have joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Western Washington. In employee news, Auburn Adventist Academy has assembled its new administrative team. Tom Decker is principal, Jeremy Vandenboer is vice principal, Aaron Perkypile is business manager. Mary Coberstad is transitioning from full-time teaching to serving as registrar. John McGee is development and alumni director. And Jessie Turner is continuing in her role as recruiter and marketing and public relations director. Wayne Gayton just accepted a new pastoral assignment in Farmington, New Mexico, where he will be closer to family. Jesse Ferguson will be returning to school this fall to finish his undergraduate degree. The conference office has 2 new employees. Michelle Kitchen is the new assistant for conference administration, and Alita Jerez is the new assistant for Hispanic ministries. We also want to congratulate Pam Steele for completing her Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from the University of Washington at Tacoma. We are proud of her accomplishments. Summertime brings a variety of summertime ministry events, including local teen mission trip from July 11 to 14 in Chehalis and Centralia, summer camp, and vacation Bible schools. We also have a church growth practicum too on July 13 to 14 in Federal Way. In August, all pastors and their families are invited to the Pastor Family Retreat at Sunset Lake Camp from August 11 to 14. The retreat will feature a combination of inspirational meetings and family-friendly activities. You'll be receiving more information soon. Our new email system for pastors is officially launched as of June 1. Pastors, please log in and finish setting up your new email system with @waconference.org. A video tutorial is available on the pastor's resource page. We covered a lot of topics today. Camp meeting information is stored online at washingtonconference.org/campmeeting. All other resources are available from the pastor's resource page at washingtonconference.org/resources. Our verse of encouragement comes from Deuteronomy 6, verses 4 to 9. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Thank you for joining us today. This webcast will be archived for viewing on demand at washingtonconference.org/media. We hope you'll join us for NewsNet Live on Sunday, June 30 in Auburn Academy's cafeteria. I'm Heidi Baumgartner, and I wish you God's blessings in ministry.